All right, welcome back. As you can see, we're in the truck shop again. Now today's a different day. I pretty much got everything done yesterday that I wanted to do, and today we are in here and we're going to do the railing. I think probably last. I was planning on doing it first, but honestly it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to make getting up and down as easy as possible. But today we're going to be doing some electrical work because we need to rewire and clean this main light up, and then after we do the USB ports in the alcove, I'm going to do 2 of them, which I've got here. These are our USB ports. Don't worry, they do have a cover, so they're not just like ugly looking. But we've got 2 USB ports and a USB-C, so that way we can plug those into our fuse panel and we will have power to be able to charge our phones up in the alcove. So we're gonna get those hooked up, and then after that I'm going to relocate the lights above the bed over to probably this beam here, and that way we have pretty much cleared that area of these wires. I'm still gonna rewire these and clean them up so that they're like not just hung up by painter's tape and dangling everywhere. So that's kind of that. We're gonna disconnect this and route it out of the way so that it's like would be along one of the rafters here, and then like down, and just we want it out of the way, so it'll probably go down under the bed and around into the fuse panel. That's probably it, because again I'm tired of these dangling wires, and I mean it was a temporary solution to, like, you know, needing light in here, right? So I made it work till now, but we're gonna clean it up and do it properly. So whether that is drilling some holes through the cross beams to wire it, I don't think I'll have to, because there is openings at the ends of each channel, so we can use those to pass through some of our wires. But other than that, I think we'll be good. I mean, other than like over here, it'll be a little hard to get up because, you know, I've got a lot of stuff in the way. So yeah, we'll have to figure it out, but I think we'll do our best because we've got lots of wire left still. I'm gonna start with the USB ports and then we'll move on from there. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Alrighty, so I did exactly what I wanted to. Well, as you can tell, there's no more light up there, but if we take a quick step up on the ladder, it's actually kind of hard to see, but the USB port is done. Again, it's hard to see because I took the lights down, but it is done. It's wired up, mounted up on the wall. The wires fished down. You can't even see under here. Oh my gosh. Can't wait till I get the lights. The lights are coming in a few days. But it's basically wired behind the panels. We'll use some of this light, some natural light. And it comes out over here and into the fuse panel. And the fuse, I've got a 15 amp fuse, so I mean it was for just in case, but if you know, I plugged in my phone, it charged just fine, so we'll see how it charges, how it works with multiple. I was gonna put 2 in, but I only got so much wire and I didn't want to risk like running out or something, so for now I think 1 is enough up there at least, but I think it's good. I think last, along with our railing, we're gonna do these last 3 panels of insulation. They're gonna go in here. I just gotta cut there, but at the moment I am dealing with this whole messy wire situation. So I pulled the lights off. Unfortunately, the adhesive did not come with the light, so they just ripped right off. It is what it is. I used some foil tape. It is amazing. Foil tape honestly works wonders, and I am very happy with it because it, for the most part, I mean, is holding up. I mean, it's not very heavy, like, you know what I mean? But it's gonna hold it up there, hopefully long term. And right now I'm just cleaning up these wires. So I've disconnected that assembly of lights, and I'm gonna deal with this one too after. But I've got some extra wire, and we're gonna take this one and we're gonna fish it through that channel up there, and then along this, and then under into the our switch, our lever clamps or whatever. And then we'll probably have to shorten the wire because there's going to be a lot of like slack and whatnot, and we don't want that. So once we get it through, get it to there, we'll probably like cut the excess and use some more clamps, lever connectors, and we'll figure it out. I'm just getting it done. I'm trying to get it done. Anyways, I'm gonna get to it. All right, well, I'm back. What I was doing took a little second. I was gonna see the insulation's off to the side. I'm gonna move that again because that's the next thing. But you might already be able to tell. Look, no more dangling wires. I cleaned up the wiring. It looks amazing, honestly. I'm happy with it. I got it wired up, all cleaned up. I rewired the switch, the button, so it's not like in the way. It's completely out of the way, and I can press it, you know, as I get in the truck. So that's good. That's very, very good. We're getting there. We are getting there. Next thing I want to do is get the last bits of insulation into these 3 boards, so we're going to do that now. We need to cut this board, and then we're just going to take off this and then get our insulation cut to size and in there. But anyways, that being said, I'm gonna get to it. Alrighty, well, as you can probably tell, because I'm here, I've made more progress. The insulation has been cut, has been moved, has been inserted, and I made that cut there with the circular saw. Literally just simple as dropping it down, cutting upwards. It doesn't fully go to the edge, so that last little bit, like inch or so, you just kind of snap off. So it's not really that big of a deal. But we got the insulation in there. That's 3 more slots filled. We have a couple more. I noticed that I'll be able to actually save on some insulation because I have extra halves and such. So I'll be able to save some money there. So that's good. Saving money is always great. But next, and I think the last thing for today that I can do, is the railing. So we want to get that railing set up. So we're going to use these 2x4s to finish that. So it's literally just going to go up, over, and then up and over. And then I'm going to secure both of those to the wall with the same L brackets that I used on the alcove. And that's pretty much it. That's wow, it's getting there. It's getting there. Once I finish the insulation, I think it'll be good, well, good and insulated. I'm still debating on whether I want to put like foil insulation, like some like the bubble wrap stuff on here, but it's mostly I'm mostly questioning it just because I don't know, the curtain might be enough, it might not be. I still need to cover the gaps. The curtain's kind of temporary solution, but it's also a design thing just for, you know, privacy and whatnot when the door is open. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had some leaks in this ceiling because I sealed it like an idiot. I think I might only have one leak left somewhere over here, and I patched it. I did put some caulking on the outside too, just to, you know, give it that extra seal and to make sure it actually does what it's supposed to, but I think there is still a very small gap on this side, so we'll get that dealt with. I don't know if the bottom is totally sealed or not. I've yet to see, but it's supposed to be like snowing and raining this week, so I'll have to come and inspect it the same way I had to patch the leaks when I first got the truck, that infamous one in the corner over there, because of the damage that was on that corner pillar. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get to making this railing, so I will catch you when I'm finished. As you can see, it is finished. Look at that. It's very, very simple, very, very minute. It's nothing crazy. It's literally just 2 pieces, but I got them up there. I taped off like the ends because, you know, I didn't want accidental thorns or splinters when you're like grabbing onto it and such, so that's cool. But that's pretty much it. I've done everything I needed to. I'm pretty much closing up for today because I don't have anything else to really do here, but I'm going to quickly show you, or I guess not really show, but so that corner over there, it's getting a little hard to see, but we originally were caulking in this corner because we thought that's where the leak was coming from, way back in that corner, but it wasn't. It was on the outside. It was a seam on the outside that we couldn't get. So I noticed, and it might be visible on camera, there's condensation, and it's not just here. It's not just where the insulation is. It is all on the box. So it's just kind of something that happens when, you know, hot and cold mixes, and, you know, it just happens. So even if there wasn't insulation, it's something that would have happened. Like, you can even see it on the box here. It's very minute, but you can see it. So it is just everywhere. I thought it was just because of the insulation, but I know for a fact that it's not. So there's a point over there, somewhere there. I've got one of my rags, probably can't see it, but I've got a rag over there because there was a drip and it was on the bed and it looked fairly recent. It was raining pretty hard, so mind you, if it is what I think it is, I've got to do some more patching either on the inside or on the outside, so we'll probably have to get back up on top of the truck. But basically we have a potential leak still there, and I know that because, again, that's the only place where it really dripped, and I haven't been up here or doing anything that crazy for like condensation to be building in that specific spot for it to drip, because it hasn't dripped like anywhere else. So I want to believe it's a leak. I hope that it's just a leak, because that makes my life a little easier, not having to figure out how to, you know, redo this or do it in a way that's, you know, not gonna make my life hard. I know it's just condensation because literally, like, I feel on there and it's moist. So I know most people, or at least like when I looked at like sea cans, and people insulate sea cans just because they don't want that condensation, they use spray foam. But I've seen a number of builds with just box trucks that use rigid insulation and there was no issue. I mean, like, I don't see why. I think it is literally just the fact that it's been, you know, the weather is so unpredictable here, and it's like hot and then cold and then hot and then cold. So that's part of the reason why, and also the fact that I'm in here while it is cold and I'm generating heat, creating more condensation in this box. So I mean, I imagine if I had the door open, it probably wouldn't be as bad, just because there would be consistent cold air coming in, sort of thing. But I think most of the condensation is because the weather change is just super drastic. So anyways, that being said, that's pretty much it for me today in this session of project work. I don't even know what to call it, but we've got everything done that we need to get done. So tomorrow I'm gonna have more lights to put up. The lights are mainly for the bed area, so that's why I moved the other ones here. So we're gonna have some proper lights. Hopefully I can get them where I want to get them, otherwise I'll figure out something else. But we're gonna put those up tomorrow, and then we also have another light that we're going to put in the cab, because I'm missing a light, that like cabin light, the overhead one, and I don't know where you get like OEM ones, but for the life of me I cannot find an OEM cab light. So I'm doing a little bit of an aftermarket alternative. It should work just fine, and it should be okay. Other than that, with that being said, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm gonna get out of here. As always, I appreciate you guys for hanging out today, and with that being said, I'm done. All right, we are back in the truck shop, and today we are doing nothing crazy, actually fairly simple job, and I want to say fairly enjoyable, because we're doing electrical. And by that I mean, well, I've already did a little bit. I just cleaned up some of the wire ends because I had a very questionable setup there. I used some of these heat shrink connectors, so we have cleaner connections and they're not as sketchy, so that's good. And we also have some new stuff. We've got a light strip. That LED light strip is ideally, I wanted it to go all the way around the bed area, but it remains to be seen how I'm gonna do that, so I will update you probably when I figure it out, or it's done, we'll see. I got a light for the cab, because again, I'm missing a light in the cab, and that's not ideal, because I'm pretty sure you need that for driving purposes. And then I got a wire connector for when I have the power supply, and I got the lights for under the bed as well. So we got lights for above the bed and lights for under the bed. Luckily, the way the lights that I bought for under the bed are going to be easier to wire up than I thought, because I thought they came all connected, but they are all individual with exposed wiring, so I can just customize it as I like and it'll be good. So we've got enough to literally cover the entire underside of the bed, and it'll be well lit. That way, you know, we can see under here when we're like working on our fuse panel, and we don't have to just use the flashlight, you know, to see under there. But anyways, I think to start, I'm going to try and figure out what I want to do with the light strip and how I'm going to mount it up. But because it doesn't have like the adhesive backing or anything like that, it's a weird light strip, but I'm hoping it's all right and it actually doesn't draw too much power, because the connector is a wall plug and it says 110 volts or something like that, so I'm hoping it doesn't draw too much power. I'm gonna put like the biggest fuse I can on it, and if it pops, then we can't use the light strip until we have something to basically step down the power or something and figure that out. I'm gonna mess with these lights and I'll get back to you when I figured it out. Okay, so unfortunate turn of events. I mean, I kind of foresaw this. It is what it is, but the light strips unfortunately draw too much power. And I noticed this when I first bought them. Like, unfortunately, with certain products on Amazon, you can't get the like rated voltage and stuff like that. So when I took it out of the package, I took the initiative of actually looking at the plug. Can't really see it, but basically it says input 110 to 240 volts. So unfortunately, I tried wiring it up, I tried hooking it up, I did the whole thing, plugged it in, and it was well underpowered. It turned on, but you could barely see some of the colors, and it was really, really dim. So it's just not ideal, but we're gonna have to stick specifically to 12 volt stuff, because that only has the capability of powering 12 volt stuff at the moment. And yeah, we can't really do anything about it, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna figure out something else. I do have an alternative light at the moment that I'm going to hook up. This is what I'm going to use for my cab light as well. So it's a little big. I mean, the opening on the cab hole there is pretty big, so I needed something that would just fit. Hopefully this does the trick, because I'll be really disappointed if it doesn't. But this should hopefully work, and I'm gonna put one up there too on the wall, just as a like temporary fix, or maybe I'll leave it up there. Maybe it'll be good enough. I mean, it's pretty bright, I think. Hopefully it's got a knob switch, so it can actually be turned off from up there, and not like the original lights that could only be turned off from down here. So that's kind of the idea, is to have something up there that can be turned off up there, so that when you want to hop up and go to bed, you can turn off the main lights and then go up to bed and actually sleep, or chill in bed and do whatever you want with the bedside light. I don't know. Anyways, I also got this. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but I wanted something that wasn't just gonna be like a real dehumidifier, because as I was showing you before, I was having that like condensation thing, but at the same time, it's not like this is a full-on like fan conversion or like RV conversion. It's only partial. Like, this is my workshop, and there's gonna be imperfections, and I mean, like, it's not a like complete product, you know what I mean? I'm not putting up drywall or anything like that. I'm putting only insulation boards in there so that it keeps some temperature regulation, so that it's not just immediately cold in here, and it's not just immediately hot, you know what I mean? So like just enough to regulate and actually keep temperature, because I'm not putting like an AC or anything. I'm just gonna put like a fan or two, and that's about it. Some ventilation. I gotta do my best to seal the rest of the door, and then yeah, I mean, this was just a simple thing I came across, so I'm gonna hang it up somewhere in here, and then it should hopefully deal with any excess condensation or humidity. I'm gonna get to hooking this one up, wiring this one down to the fuse panel, and then we'll get to it. I will show you when I'm finished. Oh, I've been here way too long. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's really freaking cold. I've been here quite a while. I unfortunately didn't have any luck with the LED light strips. It is what it is. We're gonna have to get different ones that actually run on 12 volt. But we got the lights under the bed wired up. I spent so much time actually like doing the daisy chain and like actually trying to wire them together that I got like stuck in the mind. Hold on. It's probably, I don't know if you can tell that they're flickering on camera right now. They weren't flickering before, but I'm wondering if it's because it's taking too much, or the battery's running low or something. Oh, there they go. Not quite sure what that was. One thing I will note, and you'll probably see here, is a bit of melted wire, because my idiotic ass decided, because I was so stuck in like this, I was like, because they're all on individual switches, it wasn't gonna work. So I had to turn them all on as I got in the truck, and that's not ideal. So I was like, okay, I have some switches, so I may as well wire one in. And unfortunately, like the idiot I am, I used the triple and wired both the positive and the negative in, and it melted my my lead wires from the positive and the negative from the battery. So I had to quickly pull that, and I blew 2 fuses, also trying to figure out what I was doing wrong, but I don't know why it just escaped me for that like brief moment. But it's good that I caught it because it's literally nothing I haven't done before. Like, I've literally done this before, and I know this isn't the cleanest, but it is what it is. Yeah, I've literally done this before, so I'm like, why have I not remembered it? It's been a while though, so it's fair. I'll give you a quick view of what it looks like from here. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's beautiful. From here, like on the other side, it looks great. It's perfectly illuminated. Oh my god, you can see everything in here. It's awesome. But that's just under there. Next will be up top when I get the next set of lights, but I've been here way too long and I'm actually freezing because it's real late. Took quite a long time for my package to come, so I ended up here quite late, but I'm gonna get out of here now because I'm friggin' freezing. Not trying to freeze anymore. I need to get home and eat dinner. But anyways, as usual, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the day or the night. I don't know. I have no sense of time right now, but with that being said, appreciate you guys. I'm done.